Cancer, a tragic disease that takes up to 10 million lives every year. But what if we tell you that we've found the ultimate cure for cancer? That's right. There is a secret cancer cure that will change everything you thought you knew. Doctors don't want you to know the benefits of these hidden cures, but don't worry, because we are all into sharing it with you today. So let's get into it. Cancer is a relentless enemy that continues to claim millions of lives worldwide. At the heart of our fight against this foe lies the conventional treatments of this disease, like surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy. These methods are life-saving for many, but they carry shadows of limitations and high costs that we can no longer afford to ignore. Let us break it down to you. Conventional treatments are all about attacking the tumor. Sounds good, right? But in doing so, they often miss out on the bigger picture. They don't always address what actually caused the cancer in the first place, and that's why, in several cases, cancer resurfaces. This is like getting hit by a wrecking ball for the patient who spent their energy and money on curing the disease first time. This one-size-fits-all approach can mean that the deep issues remain, just waiting to cause trouble again. And then there are the side effects: nausea, vomiting, extreme tiredness, and even long-term issues like bone marrow problems. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they can be life-altering. Imagine going through all that pain and still worrying about whether the treatment is truly working. Plus, these treatments can weaken your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to other infections and illnesses. And this doesn't end here. Cancer treatment is expensive. We're talking bills that can climb into the tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. For many families, this financial strain is just as devastating as the disease itself. It's not just about the money, it's about the stress, the sacrifices, and the dreams that get put on hold. If all this wasn't enough, there's another layer to the issue: resistance. Cancer cells are sneaky. They can develop resistance to the drugs used in chemotherapy, making these treatments less effective over time. Then what is the actual solution? To understand this solution, you have to walk with us through the history of cancer treatments. Let's start with natural remedies, which most of you might be skeptical of. The idea of using plants to combat disease is as old as humanity itself. Herbal medicine, with its roots in ancient traditions, offers a holistic approach to healing. Take turmeric, for example. Known for its vibrant color and potent properties, it contains curcumin, a compound celebrated for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant capabilities. Studies suggest that curcumin can attack the growth of cancer cells, giving patients a new weapon against cancer. Ginger is another humble kitchen item that transforms into a powerful ally. Known to combat nausea and vomiting, which are common side effects of chemotherapy, ginger's efficacy extends beyond the spice rack and into the world of cancer treatment. But not all remedies are created equal. Dr. Kelly Johnson-Arbor, a medical toxicologist, warns, "It's important to know that dietary supplements, herbs, and natural remedies are not FDA approved to treat cancer and are not highly regulated to ensure their safety, purity, or effectiveness." However, there's still hope in all these natural remedies because some have given proven results. For example, astragalus, an herb often used in traditional Chinese medicine, has shown promise in increasing the effectiveness of chemotherapy while reducing its side effects. A study found that lung cancer patients who received astragalus alongside chemotherapy experienced better physical function and less fatigue. Mistletoe extracts are another fascinating example. They have been studied for their ability to reduce the side effects of chemotherapy and improve quality of life. Some research even suggests that mistletoe might help patients tolerate higher doses of chemotherapy drugs. Now, let us introduce you to one more miracle remedy for cancer. Consider the story of a patient who turned to moringa, a tree often dubbed the miracle tree. He says, "I just figured I had nothing to lose. So why not try something like this? I feel great, so you could say I'm a believer now. People say, I look better now than before I got sick. I'm sure this moringa had something to do with it." Diet and holistic approaches. Now, what about diet changes? Can they save you from cancer? We won't give a conclusive statement here, but let's just see the stories of some people who claim to have cured from cancer with diet changes. Pam's story begins on an ordinary day in December 1997, a day that quickly turned into a nightmare. She went to her doctor to check on a persistent shortness of breath experienced during hikes. The diagnosis was shattering. Her right pulmonary cavity was filled with fluid. Her right lung had collapsed, and she likely had an advanced stage of metastatic cancer. Laboratory results confirmed the grim news. Faced with this terrifying diagnosis, Pam inquired about nutritional ways to boost her immune system. She was met with skepticism. But Pam refused to accept this. Driven by a belief in the power of nutrition, Pam sought out Dr. Joel Fuhrman, a physician known for his expertise in using nutrition to combat illness. Dr. Fuhrman believed in her recovery and guided her on a nutritional path designed to support her immune system and fight the cancer growth. Then, despite undergoing 12 chemotherapy treatments, she managed to stay active and productive. She continued working as a school librarian and children's book editor, supported by her faithful companions, her dogs, cats, and her Vitamix blender, which she took everywhere to prepare her nutritious shakes. She never started her day without this vital component of her diet. Pam found solace and strength in nature. Her daily walks in the natural world helped keep her strong, soaking in positive energy and learning to celebrate life in its purest form. This holistic approach, combining Dr. Fuhrman's nutritional guidance with her immersion in nature, proved powerful. The cancer began to retreat. Pam's determination to follow a diet rich in nutrients and her positive mindset and natural healing practices led to a remarkable recovery. Well, this is just one story of how diet and holistic approaches have helped people with cancer, but there are several more which you won't easily find over the web. Why? Maybe because the medical industry doesn't want you to know about such treatments and need you to invest your money in more expensive cancer cures. But let's put a hold onto that and move back to another alleged cancer treatment. We're talking about acupuncture here. Acupuncture is a renowned East Asian medicine, which has found its place in Western medical practices, offering hope and relief for cancer patients. This ancient technique involves inserting fine needles into specific points on the body, aiming to restore balance and relieve various symptoms. Dr. Chadi Nabhan, a renowned oncologist, puts it plainly: acupuncture can alleviate nausea and vomiting, as well as certain cancer-related pains. For cancer patients, acupuncture can be a powerful tool to manage the side effects of conventional treatments like chemotherapy and radiation. Research indicates that acupuncture stimulates nerves, releasing endorphins and serotonin, natural painkillers that promote a sense of well-being and help alleviate pain. Many cancer patients turn to acupuncture to combat chemotherapy-induced nausea, fatigue, dry mouth, breathlessness, and hot flushes. So add this one to your list of cancer treatments as well. It's not just one secret sauce that can save you from cancer. And relying solely on natural treatments to cure cancer can be dangerous, as evidenced by the harrowing story of a former model who nearly lost her life attempting to treat her cancer with a juice diet. Remember that these alternatives lack the actual scientific validation that conventional treatments have undergone. Natural therapies can complement but should never replace medically proven treatments. Patients should also consult healthcare professionals before going on any alternative therapy. But there's no harm in trying these natural and holistic approaches when you're trying to fight your foe, aka cancer. While we are at these magical cures for cancer, let's share with you two ultimate treatments for cancer that have been a breakthrough in scientific research. And these treatments are immunotherapy and nanotherapeutics. These revolutionary treatments are pushing the boundaries of what is possible in oncology, offering hope where there was once despair. Nanotechnology in cancer treatment is nothing short of a miracle. By manipulating materials at the molecular and atomic levels, scientists can create nanoparticles designed to target cancer cells with pinpoint accuracy. These nanoparticles can deliver chemotherapy drugs directly to tumors, minimizing damage to healthy tissues and reducing side effects. They can also enhance the effectiveness of radiation therapy by making cancer cells more susceptible to damage from radiation. The magic of nanotherapeutics lies in its versatility. Nanoparticles can be engineered to release drugs in response to specific triggers such as pH changes or external stimuli like ultrasound. They can also be designed to carry multiple therapeutic agents, enabling a complete attack on cancer cells. This innovative approach improves the efficacy of existing treatments, but also paves the way for new therapies that were previously unimaginable. On the other side, we also have immunotherapy, a treatment that empowers the body's own immune system to fight cancer. CAR T-cell therapy, a leading form of immunotherapy, modifies a patient's T cells to recognize and attack cancer cells. These re-engineered cells are then multiplied and infused back into the patient, where they seek out and destroy cancer. Immunotherapy has shown remarkable success in treating certain cancers, including types of leukemia and lymphoma. In some cases, it has led to complete remission, with patients showing no signs of cancer after treatment. However, it's important to note that immunotherapy does not work for everyone. Researchers are actively investigating why some patients respond well while others do not, with the goal of improving its effectiveness. While the potential of nanotherapeutics and immunotherapy is immense, these treatments come at a significant cost. Developing and manufacturing nanoparticles and genetically modifying T cells are complex and expensive processes. As a result, the price of these advanced therapies can be prohibitively high, limiting access for many patients. The costs associated with these treatments include not just the therapies themselves, but also the extensive research and clinical trials required to bring them to market. And the administration of these treatments requires specialized medical facilities and prolonged patient care, which adds to the overall expense. Despite the challenges, the promise of nanotherapeutics and immunotherapy is undeniable. These innovations are not just incremental improvements, but transformative breakthroughs that could redefine cancer treatment. As research progresses and technologies mature, the hope is that these treatments will become more accessible and affordable, bringing the ultimate cure for cancer within reach. So guys, the moral of the story here is that we can't keep going down this same path. The physical, emotional, and financial costs are just too high. It's time to look at the bigger picture and explore new, integrative treatments that consider the whole person, not just the disease. Treatments that strengthen the immune system, address root causes, and support overall well-being. In this fight against cancer, being informed is your greatest weapon. Educate yourself, ask questions, and don't settle for one-size-fits-all solutions. Seek out treatments that make sense for your unique situation and work with healthcare providers who understand and support this approach. Together, we can change the narrative of cancer treatment from one of survival to one of thriving. What do you think about these miracle cures of cancer? Are you still all in on the chemo treatments? Or do you think that patients should give a chance to natural remedies as well? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more videos on health and wellness.